We have a comment from CBOS4LF. The L or I cares. No, it is. I'm saying your arguments are trite, and any talk of disproportionality is usually pseudoscience and never any level of statistical analysis below surface. I'm saying this is not 2016. The internet has a memory and a culture, and I was referencing the error with my speech. Might watch some of the internet historian to catch up, or we might not. This is mostly nonsensical, but let's go over it anyway. I want to make sure that anyone who has comments in the future don't fall into the same disordered thinking. See, was that hard to put thoughts together? It took you several comments, but here we are. See how that works? I can actually rebut thoughts. I can't rebut things you don't say. And I think that's really close to being a thought. But I do have a question. Do you know the definition of trite? I'm assuming you don't, so allow me. Overused and lacking originality. I'm almost positive you won't get the connection, but calling an argument trite isn't an argument against the position. Even if the argument is trite, your opinion, that doesn't negate the facts of the matter. So we should discuss the facts of the matter. Are there any facts that you're having trouble with? Secondly, your use of the word pseudoscience in reference to disproportionate is puzzling to say the least. Maybe you don't know what pseudoscience means. That wouldn't be surprising to me if that were the case, but here it is. A collection of beliefs or practices mistakenly regarded as being based on a scientific method. I'll even give you an example. When the system of white supremacy's laws, standards, and practices were enacted against the black population, pseudosciences were used as a justification. One of the pseudosciences that were used is phrenology. Phrenology is a made-up science pretending to use a scientific method. It fits the definition of pseudoscience, or in layman's terms, a damn lie. That definition does not apply to disproportionate. Disproportionate, whether you realize it or not, is a comparison. A comparison, in this case, is relative to the amount of people in a population. Got it so far? I'll slow down a little bit. If there was no systemic racism or system of white supremacy designed to keep wealth in the hands of the white population, as you seem to espouse, there you go, my bad, here you go. There you are. Then we would expect to see wealth proportionate with the population. In other words, 60% of whites would own approximately 60% of the wealth, give or take. Black people in this country, being 13% of the population, should own approximately 13% of the wealth, give or take. Again, if there was no system to say otherwise. That's not even close to being the case. The laws, standards, and practices used to achieve this imbalance are historical facts and can easily be looked up if one were so inclined. I know you probably like examples, so I'll give you another one. Black people are disproportionately, again, relative to the amount of people in the population, are in the jails and prisons in this country. If everything was equal, we would expect to see those numbers more in line with the population. We don't. Now, the same system is responsible for that. And again, the laws, standards, and practices used to achieve this imbalance are historical facts and can easily be looked up, once again, if one were so inclined. So I agree, it's not 2016, but a historical perspective is normally necessary. Next time you go to your doctor, ask him or her to diagnose you without conducting a proper medical history. You won't, and you shouldn't, because that would be stupid, as is your argument. But we thank you for your comment.